Hi, everybody. Welcome to the seaside village of Carlsbad, California, about 30 miles north of San Diego, on a overcast April morning for the 40th running of the Great Carlsbad 5000. Today, we're celebrating 40 years of fast with two of the greatest runners in American history, Deena Kastor, Meb Keflezighi. Meb's now a co-owner. And Meb, what a legacy this Carlsbad 5000 represents with its age and gender-specific races, with its bands, with its parties, with its legacy runners. 7 people have done all 40 of them. It's just a special event.
It's a special event, 5,000 meters. You come here to run fast, or you just want to be part of the events and just celebrate life here in Carlsbad. It's just an amazing place to be here. And then, people come for all walks of life and to be able to just enjoy what it has to offer.
In 2002, Deena set the world record, but this year she ran with her teenage daughter, Piper. How was that experience?
It was wonderful, and thanks to Meb for really not just being one of the greatest distance runners that America has ever seen. He's a local hero here, and to be giving back to the community and making sure that families are up and running and creating healthy lifestyles with their families means everything, which is why we showed up today. My family, my husband ran the Masters race, my daughter and I ran the People's race, and it was a ball here. You could tell the party's still going all day long. The races are just unfolding, and once people are done running, they get on the sidelines and cheer for the rest of us. So it's been a really fun day so far.
So let's go back and see how the races played out through the whole day. The first race of the day, celebrating 40 years of fast, is the Women's Masters Division, 40 and over, and it is one of the largest fields of the day. And they are off. And this is bragging rights for not only the region, for the whole western part of the United States. Now that's Laura Brayman out of Kirkland, Washington, who's gone to the front and gone hard. Laura Brayman still leads, but now up from behind comes Mariah Earl from Escondido, California, with Laura Brayman looking very good. Now there's a male in the field, that's Alan Elder. There's a thing called the all-day 20K where people run not just their age group 5K, but they run all the 5Ks. Right now it's Mariah Earl who's gone to the front and gone for the win. 47 years of age, assistant track coach at UCSD since 2022. She's run a 2:34 marathon when she was younger. She's going to win the Carlsbad 5000 Masters Division in 17:05. And there's our podium with Daniela Mora in second and Maggie Shearer from Newbury Park, California in third. Next up, the Men's Masters. That's Joshua Lurch from Huntington Beach, California in his final warm-ups. Roosevelt Cook, Hesperia, California. A legend here in Carlsbad. He's won 13 age group titles. They set a mural up earlier this week. He's on the mural along with Steve Scott, former American record holder in the mile and the first 3 years champion at Carlsbad. The Men's Masters off and running, and Roosevelt Cook looking for that 14th title, took an early lead. He could run this race blindfolded. That's how many times he's been on it. He didn't lose one time throughout his entire 20 to 29-year-old age category. He's only been beaten twice in every race he's been here in Carlsbad. And he's opened up an enormous lead going out through that first mile. But we do have chasers. Number 1694, that's Peter Banks out of Henderson, Nevada. He's stalking in the black outfit. That's Jose Delgado from Tucson. He's wearing number 1605. And Roosevelt has got the lead, but he also has that mask of pain on his face as 3 men are coming up from behind. It was Lurch. He's a Cal Coast runner. There's the turn heading back toward 2 miles. Lurch now in second place. Joshua Lurch from Huntington Beach. Then it's Jose Delgado in the black. And finally, Peter Banks in the white. And now Roosevelt Cook looks vulnerable as Delgado's coming up alongside from Tucson, Arizona. And he looks like he's in full flight. Will Roosevelt have an answer when Delgado comes alongside? It's not just Delgado. Banks in white. Lurch, another Cal Coaster, And they're all together, and Roosevelt is digging down deep. He knows how to suffer. Delgado looks great. The other two guys have yet to put in a move, or are they just hanging on? Roosevelt Cook looks cooked, but Delgado can't seem to get in front of him. Boy, look at how painful that stride on Roosevelt Cook is. He's so determined. Not far to go now. Cook and Delgado in the men's Masters competition. If every other race of the day is as good as this, what a great day it'll be. And now Cook has gone to the front by a stride, almost two. But he still doesn't look comfortable. And now he's got more distance. Delgado still looks better, but he can't match the move. And Roosevelt's falling apart, but he's falling apart at a higher speed. And now it's Peter Banks from Nevada is coming up alongside, but there's no room left. And Roosevelt Cook takes the victory, as surprised as we are. His 14th win in Carlsbad. The legend extends. Great job, Roosevelt. He's a school teacher up there in Hesperia, California. That's the guy I want my kids learning from. And here's a look at our final results. Roosevelt Cook, Hesperia, California, in 15:09. Peter Banks, Henderson, Nevada, in 15:09, same time, but obviously not the winner. And Jose Delgado in 15:11. And a third race of the day, the women's open division, 39 and under. One of the few races in the country where it's just your peers, your same gender, your same age. You know exactly where you stand. All the best runners in Southern California and the western part of the United States come to Carlsbad every year for a test of fitness. And off they go through Carlsbad Village, heading out along the Pacific. Look at a pack of about 4 or 5. Now taking the lead in the sunglasses, number 4664, that's Carly Larios from Louisville, Colorado, age 34. Rita Moore, Wichita, Kansas, in second place. And now coming up from behind in the black, that's Vanessa Lee from Singapore. They call her the distance queen, the best runner in the nation. She's got the national record at 16 minutes and 57 seconds, run last year. This is Jennifer Davis, however, from San Diego. She's got the lead, but now Vanessa Lee goes by her. Rita Moore into second, but it's Vanessa Lee, the distance queen from Singapore. Now the distance queen in Carlsbad. She takes the victory in 17 minutes, 1 second. Rita Moore from Wichita second, 3 seconds back. Stephanie Pierce from Fairborn, Ohio in 17:10 takes third. Fourth race of the day, the men's open division, 39 years and younger. At the 40th running of the Great Carlsbad 5000. These guys are fit. And they're ready. You get a little bit of breeze you can see on the American flag, and it's in their face for the first part of the course. And you never gain downwind, which you lose upwind. But off we go with a couple of young pretenders going out hard, but that's actually Miguel Bautista from Seattle in the gray top. Now settling in behind our defending champion, Tim Hendricks, in the white over blue out of Coronado, California. And those guys have established a lead, but as we've seen in the other races, early leads do not lead to late leads. And now there are other people matching strides. Sergei Suchik in the white over black and the sunglasses. He was first in 2024, has now joined Bautista and Hendricks. And now it's down to defending champion Tim Hendricks and Sergei Suchik, a former champion in 2024. Tim, a very economical stride in front. Sergei, a UCLA grad. And there's the fight for third place on the podium. And it's Tim Hendricks. He was runner-up several years before he won last year, now doubles it up with his second straight at Carlsbad in the open division. His winning time, 14 minutes, 28 seconds. And there's the podium with Prado Racing Team's Brian White in second in 14:51. And third place, Sergei Suchkin Now we move to the start of the show here at the 40th running of Carlsbad 5000. The sun is just starting to sneak through the clouds, which is making it a little bit steamier than for the people's race, but it doesn't seem to have deterred our athletes. And there's our front row. Okay, the horn is up. And they are away. After a patch of rain earlier in the day and some blustery conditions, the pros were presented with some sunshine, which made the conditions a little soggy, but temperatures remained in the low 60s, so not bad overall. Plus, the wind has died down. You can see by that American flag hanging limp. And Chris May takes it out. He's a 13:52 man at his best. That's Adam Moore in second place in the blue over black. Derek Johnson is in the black outfit with the white stripe. That's the Tracksmith kit. Max Turek in the lavender top on the left of the screen. And we can see just in the back in the pink hat bobbing up and down a little bit, that is our race favorite, Drew Hunter. Lives in Longmont, Colorado, and is having a sensational early year so far. Ran a personal best at 10,000 meters just a couple of weeks ago at the 10 up in San Juan Capistrano, just up the I-5. And he's run a 13:10 already this year in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So he's on form early in the year. Here at the 1 mile mark, just under 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Slight downgrade in the first part of this race course, but when they make the turn, that downgrade becomes an upgrade. Not a hill, but enough to scrub whatever momentum you've got. Adam Moore continues to lead. Turek in the lavender. Chris May now coming back a little bit, and that's Jacob Summer Simonson from Denmark in the multi-hued singlet. Now they're approaching the 2 mile mark. 3 abreast. Turek, Moore, Johnson. Johnson looks a little bit frisky. 8:54 at 2 miles, and it's almost on plan. Derek Johnson, the steeplechaser, 10th last year at the U.S. Nationals, goes the lead. Simonson is now spit out, and Drew Hunter has gone to the front. 3 men trying to hang on to him, but Drew Hunter's already run 13:10 this year for 5,000 meters. Run 27:30s for 10,000 meters, a personal best. He's strong, he's fast, and he's looked like he's pulling away free and easy. He was the second guy ever under 4 minutes for the indoor mile as a high schooler. Didn't even go to college, signed a pro contract, got injured in 2019, put him on the sidelines for a couple of years, but he is back full-time now. Won the North American and Caribbean Championship last year over 5K, and today he caps off his season so far with a win in Carlsbad in 13:47. There's Gabriel Planty from Mammoth Lakes Track Club in second, Derek Johnson in third, Turek in fourth, and Simonson from Denmark in fifth. And there's a look at our podium with the surfboards and the $5,000 first place check. And here are our official results. Drew Hunter from Longmont, Colorado in 13 minutes and 47 seconds. Gabriel Planty, 13:52. Derek Johnson, 13:54. Max Turek, the same time. And Jacob Simonson in 14:01 rounds out the top 5.
Yeah, it was rainy and we were warming up and we were getting soaked. And so, I think for some of us it changed maybe a little bit of the race plan just because, we were a little nervous about the roads maybe being a little slippery, but it was great out there. And honestly, it cooled everything down and it was a great atmosphere. It feels great. Yeah, that was my plan coming in, was to, sit back for 2 miles, then see how I was feeling. So at the top of the hill, I felt pretty good and strong. And so I was like, all right, let's go. So I started surging and didn't look back. A really fun race. So I'm really, proud to be able to win and against a great field, and it was just a great weekend. I'll definitely be back in Carlsbad. My wife's with me here the whole time, and she wants to move here now, so I got to figure out how I can afford that. But winning today helped, I guess. So
yeah, exactly.
In 5 minutes behind the men, the pro women's field prepares for battle. 20 in all, a very well-matched field as the women now stride purposefully to the line. And so it begins. Sydney Vaught out of the University of Arkansas, right in the middle of the picture with the ponytail. White and orange over the crop top blue shorts. Right beside her is Bailey Hertenstein. She's in the white cap, 1 mile. The field's still very well presented. Also in row 2, along with Fulton, Abby Nichols in the red crop top. Katie Wasserman, she's right behind. Now the women take the turn. Anybody's race so far. Hertenstein, second at the North American and Caribbean Championships last year. 5th in the U.S. Nationals at 5,000 meters, the fastest in the field, but Sydney Vaught. Cassville, Missouri. University of Arkansas, 8th at the NCAA Indoors. SEC Conference champion earlier this year, and the record holder outdoors. Nichols in red, Katie Wasserman with Eleanor Fulton in the blue. And now it's Pleur from Canada, Simone Pleur. She's been on the World Championship team, the Olympic team in Paris, and the Indoor World Championship team in China last year as well. And she, just like Drew Hunter, is pulling away just as Carlsbad Village comes into sight. But now, Katie Wasserman, a grad student at Notre Dame, after going to Columbia, being a many-time Ivy League champion, has gone by. Pumping hard with her arm, Fulton falling behind in third. Down to 2, and now Pleur's answering. And look at the grimace on her face as they come together and stumble. And Wasserman gets knocked off stride just a little bit, and there's not much distance left, and she's not going to answer. And Pleur's going to take the title. What a great women's race with Fulton in third. That's Taylor Werner in fourth, and Vaught, our early leader, in 5th place. And here's a look at the podium, our surfboard trophies and the $5,000 winner's check. Now look at our official results, with Simone Pleur, Montreal, Canada, taking the top spot in 15 minutes and 30 seconds. Katie Wasserman from Boulder, Colorado in 15:31. Eleanor Fulton in 15:31. Taylor Werner in 15:34. And Sydney Vaught from Missouri in 15:38.
The first 3 kilometers of the race, I kind of just wanted to be tucked in and feel as smooth as possible and just enjoy that downhill and the ocean view. And then once we hit that turning point, I felt the pack slowing down a little bit. And so I was like, okay, just stay focused for this little hill. And then it's, you know, basically the finish line by then. So I stayed tucked in for that hill. And then when my watch beeped for like a kilometer left, I knew it was the time to kick and kind of make my move. And so I felt good, so I just decided to go for it and kind of shut the brain off and just stay as focused as possible to look at that finish line. It's so fun seeing everybody getting after it today, and just being the last race, it was so cool to see everybody else run that race and give their best effort. And obviously the weather is so nice. I mean, even if it was raining, so much better compared to back home, so just enjoying the sunshine.
Well, 40 Years of Fast certainly lived up to its name today, as we had tremendous elite races. Also, I mean, Roosevelt Cook winning his 14th age group division race. What a legend he is there at Carlsbad. But Simone Pleur, I mean, she held her fire, and then at the last minute won by 1 second. What a great women's race.
4 women neck and neck in the final 100 meters of this race. The crowds were going absolutely bonkers, and it was just a great way to cap off a day of races here. The men's side was very different.
Yeah, Boulder, Colorado's Drew Hunter was a phenom as a young man, got injured. Now he's coming back in full form, and maybe looks like he's the old Drew Hunter, and watch out for him later this year.
He was a great miler and a 5Ker, and then he's great to see him back in shape after the injuries, and he had mishaps. But, you know, competition is competition. He was able to know his competitors and finish strong.
Yeah, a great day here in Carlsbad. The sun's come out to sort of celebrate 40 years of some of the greatest running in the history of the 5K distance. For Deena, for Meb, I'm Tony. We'll see you next time down the road.